Good evening. Good morning. Depending on where you're at. Oops. Let me go turn that back on. I am batting 1,000 here tonight. That is all that's left, Raul. Just a bunch of principles. Alright, I apologize for the late start. I started my night off with a bass heavy break, and I must have not been thinking when I was listening it because I didn't leave enough time for that. So that put me behind here tonight. I've been scrambling to catch up ever since. So that said, we have baseball scrolling on the left. That is no good. There. That's a little better. If you're interested, Raul, let me get you the PayPal link here. That should work. And my phone is a brick. Otherwise, I got Venmo and Cash App too, if you're interested, Raul. But otherwise, PayPal will work just fine. Get my financial notes off of these. What happened to my video? Alright. Well, hopefully that doesn't disappear again. Alright, here we go. List on the left should be accurate as far as who has what. And with that said, off we shall go. My apologies. Thanks for all the bids on this. Again, my apologies for being about an hour. Actually, I am an hour late. The hands dried off. And here we go. All right, we begin. Verstappen, driver of the day, Mexico. On the refractor. And good luck here, guys. Again, I do appreciate all the support. Gasly, Schumacher, Future Stars. And a Lacey. Purple out of 399. George Russell in a car. $205 out of 399 there for George. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Maybe just a little neck right there on the left. Patrick, congrats. And Toto, Stroll, and Leclerc win in Italy. Jack Eichen, 54. Bases for Lewis Award winners. Samaya and the Alfa Romeo logo with a big scuff across the top. Samaya on a refractor. And we got a base George. And again, congrats, Patrick. Get the showcase started. Lacey, another one with a big scuff. And driver of the day, Leclerc for Italy. Bottas on the tag. Thumbs up, Lewis. Danny Kvyat on the portrait. And Wanyu Zhu in the car. Gasly, 54. With bases for Latifi, Dams on the logo, as well as Prima. Robert Schwartzman starts off the next pack on the refractor. Lewis winning Monaco, High Tech, and Verstappen winning Brazil for the base. Dams on the logo, gold 70th. Put you down in there a little nicer. I got a little clear coat. Not too terribly noticeable. Congrats on that, Scott. Gasly, purple out of 399. 205 out of 399 for Pierre. And you got more of an issue here on the right, but again, it is very faint. Congrats on that job. And our other bases, Ocon and the Red Bull Award winners. Vettel, 54. With Charroux, Trident, and a Lando Norris. Portrait rookie. Patrick, congrats. All right, that is first half of box 1. All right, second half. Leclerc. On the 54. Giovinazzi on the portrait. Stroll and Verstappen, driver of the day, Brazil. Danny Ricciardo, portrait refractor. Raul, let me look that up. Since nothing's really happened here yet. It helps that my phone's dead. Yeah, John Raul's he's hung out with me for a long time, and there hasn't been anything out of that lot, so it's still good to go. Let me see if I can log in this way. I don't use Venmo that often, so I apologize. And hell if I know what my password is. All right, there's a Venmo there for you, Raul. Who's it on? We got Bottas, driver of the day, Australia. Jack Eichen and Binotto. And we got a gold, 13 out of 50. Bottas, driver of the day for Japan. Got a little faint scuff going from right about here into about where the lettering starts. I don't know if you can see it on the light. It doesn't look like it. And a little flake here on the left. Tomas, congrats on that. Then we got Tictum Future Stars, MP logo, and Christian Lundgaard. Luca Giotto, 54. With a Russell hiding in a helmet. Delatraz and Verstappen, driver of the day, Monaco. Leclerc, win in Belgium on the refractor. Virtuosi, ART. And Verstappen, win in Austria. Ricardo on the tag. With Lewis winning Hungary. Carlin and the Ferrari logo. Albon, 54. Alright, thanks, Raul. Hamilton winning France. Gunther Steiner and Alex Albon, freshest. Alright, just in time. Franz Toast. Gold 70th. Congrats, Raul. No numbers there. Or no numbers. We knew that. Edges look pretty good. And for the record, that is 2 70ths out of this box. Verstappen, driver of the day, Germany. On a refractor. Williams on the logo. And Esteban Ocon on the portrait. And last pack, Carlos Sainz on the tag. High Tech. Carlos Sainz on a portrait. And Leclerc. And that was box number 1. See if we can get a little bit better box 2. I would say we're going to have a better box too. At least for somebody. Red Bull 54 starts it off. Lewis winning Mexico. Mr. Toast and Dragovich on the bases. Orange Wave out of 25. Max Verstappen, driver of the day for Spain. Here's your 17 out of 25. Looks pretty good on the left, but there is, in the right light, a little lack of shine on the right. Christopher, congrats on that. I guess we can get rid of the dams here. Then bases for Lewis Win in Spain. Abitable and Giovinazzi with a Latifi on the refractor. So what do we think? That was a career decision by Latifi to be racing that hard with 5 to go? Be curious to see if he gets re-signed out after that. Giotto, another Lando base rookie. And Pierre Wash. Number 2 here on the portrait for Lando. And then orange, 70th, Max Verstappen. Couple of nice Maxes here for Christopher, chipping away at the buy-in. Don't see anything really, nothing noticeable here on the left. Or the right, really. So it looks like it's pretty good. Bottas on a tag. Bottas winning Australia. And Samaya. Icon, 54. MP Lando, driver of the day for Belgium. And another freshest for Albon. Yeah, I just can't see how... Nobody really, at least that I've noticed, has talked about it, but... I just can't see how that can happen. He should know. I mean, that should be communicated to him. What's going on? Carlos Sainz, portrait refractor. We got Lewis winning Russia. Pierre Gasly and Charles Leclerc. Out of 399, Alesi. Yeah, I don't mind hard driving, but when he got his tires dirty, I don't know. 95 out of 399 here for Mr. Alesi. Congrats on that, Chris. Samaya. Binotto and Race Lab. Mercedes 54. If I remember correctly, I thought Mick pushed him off track and got his tires dirty for him. Allison, Magnussen and Verstappen, driver of the day, Monaco. Gasly 54. Well, there's a whole lot of it, to it for going deep. Daruvula, Schwartzman, and Lacey on the portrait. Future stars. Kevin Magnussen refractor. I mean, why they didn't pit Lewis at the the halfway point there on the virtual safety. Claire Williams, Carlin, and Schwartzman get us halfway through box 2 and the break. Why they didn't pit him halfway through the race for tires when everybody else was pretty much pitting. I mean, they had the better car than Max. Everybody knew it. I think if they pitted him there, it didn't matter any of Massey's tactics or, the caution. All that ends up being irrelevant if he pits there. Second half of 2. McLaren. $54. We got Lewis winning China, Ocon in a car, and Max winning Austria. Leclerc on the refractor. Charroux, Virtuosi, and Racing Point. Sato, purple out of $3.99. $68 out of $3.99. Just a little, very little nick on the left. Dustin, congrats. Lewis, Grosjean, and Ferrari. Delatraz. Oh yeah, I mean, it didn't... There was a lot of mistakes looking back on both guys. It shouldn't have really been heads up in the last race. Made for good TV, though. Nassani, Lundgaard, and Leclerc. Driver of the day, Azerbaijan. Carlos Sainz on the tag. Kvyat, Matsushita, and Gunther Steiner. Then we got Leclerc on the refractor. Win in Belgium. Latifi, Tictum, and Max. Number 6. A definite Max box. Congrats again, Christopher. And Checo, a little off center on the back. Front side looks alright though. Montreux, Sainz, and Leclerc. And the last pack out of box 2. Lewis winning Great Britain on the refractor. Russell in the car. Stroll and Verstappen, driver of the day, Germany. Gets us through box 2. Maybe adjust the order of these just a little bit. Yeah, you figure, the pit stop, when to pit and when not to pit, that's pretty much the entire season of how races are won. You pit once, and it's when do you pit. Hopefully the racing is a little bit better, on-track passing-wise, next year with everything new. Not holding my breath, though. An auto, at least, out of box 3. Slide these over here so you can still see them. All right, here we go. Number 3, Gunther Steiner on the refractor. Lewis went in France, and he's got some kind of runs there. Yuki and Vettel on the portrait. Carlos Sainz on the refractor. Trident logo. Excuse me, Kevin Magnussen portrait and Alex Albon in the car. Give me Raikkonen on the tag. With Lewis award winners, Sean Galeo and Leclerc, driver of the day, Great Britain. And gold, 29 out of 50 for Mr. Leclerc. Yeah, look, well, I guess there's a little mark here on the left again. Or not, pretty sharp. Patrick, congrats on that. Then we got Dams, Callum Illiot, and Lacey. Esteban Ocon, 54. Danny Ricciardo on the portrait. Zoe and freshest for Lando Norris. Congrats again, Patrick. Stroll, 54. Williams on the logo. Stroll and Verstappen, driver of the day, Hungary. Latifi, 54. Lewis winning Hungary, Campos, and High Tech. A lot of F2 logos in this break. We'll get us halfway through box 3. Oh, what's he in trouble for? All I keep hearing is Lewis is going to retire, which I think is a bunch of garbage. For my only news, F1 wise. All right, second half of box 3. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that'll get you in trouble. Leclerc on the tag. Merry Christmas. Danny Kvyat, purple out of 399. And here I thought Max dating Kvyat's ex would have been explosive. No pun intended. 156 out of 399. And just a little mark here on the right. Patrick, again, congrats. ART and Vettel, if I don't drop them. Jan Monchol, orange 70th. George, congrats on the Jan. Just a couple little marks on the left. Magnussen, 54. Toto and Pedro Piquet. Alex Albon, freshest refractor. Congrats on that, Justin. Pierre Gasly. On the portrait. That's when I heard her name, and I'm like, wow, is she... No, his sister or whatever, and then I read the little Wikipedia blog, and I'm like, oh, that had to be interesting. Prima and Lando in the car. Lewis winning Monaco on the refractor. I think this is the first non-base Hamilton out of the break. Mercedes on the team photo. Danny Kvyat. And Red Bull on the logo. Schumacher on a tag. Jack Eichen. High Tech. And Andrei Markelov, or Artem Markelov, sorry. Valtteri Bottas, driver of the day, Japan on the refractor. And Lewis, portrait number 1. A couple pennies here finally for the Hamilton spot. Congrats again, Christopher. To start, at least. Sergio and Albon, driver of the day for the U.S. Daniel Ricciardo, 11 out of 399, purple. And by and large, it looks pretty good. Maybe just a little nick there on the left. Laura, congrats. All right, Bottas, win in Japan. Pedro Piquet. And another Giovinazzi portrait. Sergio, 54. MP on the logo. Our first, Thirsty Lando and Sebastian Vettel win in Singapore. Then we got Ferrari on the 54. Sato, Carlos Sainz on the portrait, and Alex Albon. Kimi Räikkönen, portrait refractor. And another George in the helmet. Daniel Ricciardo on a tire, and Kimi Räikkönen in the car. Will get us to our final pack. Let's get ourselves some good ink here. It is orange. And since everything is sandwiched backwards, we're just going to do the auto like this. So, flip it this way. Here we go. An orange auto for Esteban Ocon. Michael, way to end the break. It's the nicest auto I've had out of this stuff in a long time. 7 out of 25 for Esteban. And the back is pretty sharp. There might be a little flake right here. And maybe a little mark here on the left by my other Talon. Right there. That is a nice way to end things. Lots of orange out of this deal tonight. All right, our last bases. Lewis Award winners, Christian Lundgaard and Verstappen win in Germany. All right, well, the next F1 break, it'll probably be another Chrome 3 box because I don't have any Sapphire right now. So yeah, I'll probably do this kind of setup again. It'll probably be Sunday again, this one coming up. I'll try to be a little bit more on time than I was tonight. This is obviously not ideal, so again, my apologies. All right, recap. No real order. We got a Moncho Orange 70th. 2 Gold 70th, Toast and Dams on the logo. We had a gold out of 50, Charles Leclerc. And then our 54s. All right, our portraits we had in the break. Purples out of $3.99. Everybody's sideways here, I guess. All right, base rookies. And a future star in Schumacher's case. Refractors. And we got track tags. And our showcase. Couple of base portrait Landos. And a George Russell on the rookie side. There was a gold out of 50, Bottas driver of the day for Japan. A Max, number 6, hanging out in the back. And then a couple orange Maxes out of 25, driver of the day for Spain. And a portrait orange 70th. And how we ended the break. An orange Esteban Ocon auto out of 25. So yeah, again, my apologies for the late start. Obviously, I try not to make a habit of being this late. But I should have these out to you tomorrow. Or later on this morning, depending on how you look at it. And, yeah, have a good rest of your evening. Good luck on whatever break you got coming up. Hopefully it treats you better than this one. And we'll see you later. Have a good one.